Hey friends, how are you doing? My village hidden in the web. Today we're going to talk about Chloe Baily. Yes, Chloe Baily, the older half of the Chloe and Baily, the super duper female singing group. She is embracing her sexuality and says it makes her feel more confident. We're going to talk about that today, what confidence and sexuality means, and how exactly she embraced her sexuality. Let's dive into it. But before that, I'm Dr.D-Nice, serving you pop culture seasoned with wellness and wisdom. I am your voice of youth wellness. Listen, if you all are not already following me on Instagram, please do so. I have lots of health and wellness tips for you Monday through Friday. At the end of each day, I always have a wellness tip for you for each day. And then, of course, body hacking, the body hacking course, which is a weight loss class for teens. And I have to say weight loss because it's the way most people understand. But really what we're doing, we are hacking your body system to get to health gain and your ideal body size. You won't get trapped in the whole diet and deprivation culture thing. We are a different sort of weight loss program. As you all know, I was an overweight teen and I developed this program just for you all so you don't have to get caught up in that foolishness. Body hacking. Look, head on to the website, link is in the bio, and sign up for the March class. We just finished our January course. It was amazing and you got to sign up for the March class. End of story. You must. Can I say anything else? No. But anyway, let's go on with Halle Berry. Not Halle Berry. Halle Baily. Chloe Baily. Her sister is Halle. Can you see how it messes with my man? Halle Berry. Oh Lord. Halle Berry. Halle Baily. Chloe Baily. Y'all see it? Let's just get off that. We're talking about Chloe. Chloe is the older half of Chloe and Halle. Super amazing singing duo. Tell me what I do, and tell me what I do, and then we do it. Y'all know the song. Anyway, they started out doing covers on YouTube, like a lot of bands do, but they're super talented to play their own instruments, produce some of their own even songs then also, but they actually got viral or got fame when they covered Beyonce's Pretty Hurts. Pretty Hurts, shine a light from what was. Y'all know the song. You all probably even saw when they did the cover. I don't know. I think I was following them way before then though. Somebody had posted them and I started following them on Instagram from the time they were young. Anyhow, that's how they really exploded on the scene even more. And then from there, they went on to have album. They opened for Beyonce on her tour. And they even co-star in Grownish. That's the show, the spin-off from Blackish, where Zoe is away, the oldest child of the couple in Blackish, is away at college. Kind of reminds you of like Hillman College vibes, different world vibes, in the 2020 vibes of going away to college. But anyway, it's a really good show. I enjoy it. And Chloe and Halle actually star in the show. They even sing the theme song of the show. And they star as Jazz and Sky, which are twins, on going to school on a track scholarship, trying to make it to the Olympics. And there's actually one of the episodes where Jazz, which is played by Chloe, it's the whole life imitating art thing, where Jazz really wanted to separate herself from her twin and develop her own personality and asked Zoe to help style her and wanted to really look more sexy and more seductive. And that's kind of what happened in real life with Chloe. They had always had a common Instagram page. I don't know if they had a Finsta or nothing like that separate, but they've never had individual pages. It was just Chloe and Halle on that one page, Halle on that one page. And then the other day they end up with separate Instagram pages and you really begin to see their different personalities come out. Halle You know, she's very soft and quiet, have a little bit demure feel to her. I don't know if it's real. You know, she's about to do the Little Mermaid, so I don't know if she kind of has to keep that demure thing about her because she's about to star in an international show and she want to lose her clout or her credibility with the audience because it's a bunch of kids. I don't know, but Chloe, she has taken on a more sexual diva personality, and you can always see that even when they perform, though. She's the one always dropping it and shaking it in the performances and doing it big. And she actually has more people following her on her Instagram. Chloe, she writes a lot of music and produces a lot of music. Don't quote me on the writing. I think she writes too, but definitely does a lot of producing. And she's showing that skill on her Instagram page. What she's also showing, though, is that she got that body yaddy 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 yaddy. Yes, there was one where she came out in just her t-shirt and her, you know, pieces of her butt cheek showing, and she was having incense or sage around the room, and she just lays across the bed. People thought she was thirsty. That was the response of the internet. Before, they were appreciative of her showing her sexuality, but then they were like, you doing too much now, sis. I don't know. Let's talk about it then. Was she doing too much? Was it just a display? Was she forcing the issue on us? And was she trying to be something she's not? Well, we won't even have to decide and make a judgment on that. Let's just talk about sexuality, what it all means, and how you should approach it. So sexuality is really, when you really boil it down in a more heterosexual, I'm going to speak in a more heterosexual way, is the ability to really attract the opposite sex. Attract somebody to you. Ultimately, the end result is reproduction. If you really want to look at it. And it can be wrapped up in a whole lot of things like experiences, physically, emotionally. All those things can be all a part of the sexuality. And that's what Chloe was saying. She just felt more like a sexual being, and she wanted to make sure the whole world knows, the whole interwebs. And we talked about that in a few videos before. Everybody feel like I got to display everything. Who are these people on the interweb you trying to... Okay, I said, let's reel it back in. Let's go back to sexuality. Ability to attract somebody. So the way I look at sexuality is it's an aura. There's some aura about you, and that aura attracts somebody to you, and then you display privately. For example, I grew up in Jamaica, and the schoolgirls, they all wear uniforms, look exactly the same, skirt down below there, especially, let's talk about the high school girls. Skirt is usually like a midi length skirt, and nothing's very tight. It's just a uniform, school uniform. Everybody got on the same exact thing, sometimes even down to the very shoe. But there's always this girl, let's speak it up in girl terms because I'm a girl. Even the guys too, though, even though they have on the same exact thing, there's an aura. There's something about somebody. It's like they just ooze something, like you just flock to them. That is what that sexuality is, that aura that you can't really define or quantitate or qualify. It's just there. Some people just have it naturally. And so it's not necessarily, it doesn't come from display. And that's what's happening now in our society when we look at the porn industry, biggest culprit of it all, Hollywood, social media, music industry. What they have done is they have taken the display part that should happen privately and they've put it up front. So the display part of it is what is there, and it totally takes away, there doesn't have to be any aura, there doesn't have to be any attraction, because that display part, it really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's really the end, part of the end goal. So they've kind of jumped straight to display to really attack your brain and pull you in. And that is what happened. The display is done publicly, and the aura is not necessary. It's kind of forced on you. And that's what I feel that people were responding to with Chloe. It's like when I mentioned before that the aura comes first, then there's an attraction, and then there's the display. It's like she was using the display part only as a way to kind of pull people into you. Yes, later on in her video, she says, you know, she wasn't trying to put on a display or nothing, but listen, you don't do things on social media if you don't want people to see. I'm sorry, you just don't. It's a thing that pulls people and you're trying to attract people to you. That's just, it is what it is. But we kind of have it all flipped around. Even when you look at some of the Muslim women that wears burqa and hijabs, they have a sexuality about them. It's not that it has to be on display. It's there. Sexuality is not necessarily displayed. The display is the last portion of the thing to happen when you've attracted that person to you. Social media and porn industry and others just got us messed up in the head. Let's move on. And what is confidence? Confidence is quiet. Shannon Lester, she always says that. I like her. Y'all see my video on her. Go back and watch it if you don't. I mean, I appreciate her commentary on things. She's a really smart woman. Anyway, confidence is quiet. Confidence is also a muscle that you need to build. And this is another thing. And I bring it up because Chloe said she felt she wanted to make sure people see that she had developed this new confidence in her sexuality. And there is an action part to confidence. For example, you can be confident in a gift that you have. For example, you could play the violin. She actually can produce and does music. She displayed that on Instagram. So there's a confidence in that. Once you've mastered the art of doing something, the better you are at it, the more you practice, the more you do it, you get this confidence in displaying it to others. There's that one. And then there's that confidence, that aura, that thing that people just have about them that you just can't really put your hands on, your fingers on. You can't describe it well. They just move through the world like they own it. You've seen those people. Denzel. Yeah, let's talk about how that is. So you may have a display. We're using Denzel first. They have a display. He's an actor, he acts, and he may tweak his acting, and then he has this aura about him. As he tweaks it, his aura just improves the better he becomes. And that's kind of Denzel. Then you have those people that display and they just talk a lot of talk to bring attention to themselves. And their aura, there's no aura there. They just talk and it's just all talk. I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident. And sorry, Chloe, but that's what people were feeling. They were feeling as if it was forced. It was just all talk. It was all display. And there was not like that aura. That aura was missing. And that's the disconnect that they were feeling. And then the other people, they have the display and they talk and they tweak stuff. They talk a lot, but they tweak it. But they still have a little bit of aura about them with their confidence. I'd kind of use like Kanye like that. You know, he talks a lot and he crafts and fixes art a lot and he just gets better and better. But, you know, I wouldn't say he has the same aura as Denzel. I mean, you wouldn't. I love Kanye though. I want to say that, but you would get what I'm saying. So confident really is quiet. The display part is there. It's a part of it because you're displaying with the confidence, you're displaying a talent or a gift or something like that. But that is not the part that people are feeling. It's that aura where that confidence is quiet. Usually it's something that people notice about you. And so when we're going back to how it related to Chloe, for her to say she's feeling confident in her sexuality, it was a very loud display. And it's just very loud display. And I just said confidence is quiet. But we'll talk about that. Let's talk about it a little more. There are other ways to be confident though. There's so many other ways to be confident. And you could be, she equated her confidence with showing her sexuality, but I just showed you could be confident in other actions, playing the violin. She could be confident in her producing, confident in her dancing. You don't have to show confidence in your sexuality because once again, that is something that should be private. That is how I feel about it. That is how I know it works best. The sexuality should be a more quiet, demure, covered thing. I have to tell you all the story. When I first kind of discovered my sexuality, I've always been a very confident person, had that aura where, you know, I just kind of moved through life. I just felt sure of who I was as a person. But there was this one day, we were having a church picnic, yes, a church picnic. And I put on this white t-shirt, and it just hit my body the right way and everything. It's like my sexuality just rose up inside of me. And I went to that church picnic and it was just all over. There was nothing I could do about it. It was just, this t-shirt was just hugging, the shorts were just right, and everybody sensed this thing. It's like something just woke up inside of me and I had to show it. I walked out there. That t-shirt was inappropriate for a church picnic, I'm not gonna lie. But I enjoyed every second of it. So I understand what Chloe was feeling. She was feeling herself. And she wanted everybody to feel that she was feeling herself. And we all have those moments. But what I'm saying is, over time, I also learned that sexuality, you don't have to display it for the whole world. Yeah, maybe when you first get that click, like, ooh, I am a sexual being. Everybody needs to know this. It's fine. I don't know. Is fine the right word? We all seem to go out there, start showing it off to people once we discover that we have this sexuality about her. We want to share it and show it to the world. And, you know, the interwebs is how we share stuff now. Back in my day, I guess it was church picnics. But when we awake that sexuality, we want to show it. But at some point, we kind of reel it back in and keep it as a more quiet, demure thing where it's just an aura about us, and we save the display of our sexuality for the person that we're specifically trying to attract to us. That's my take on Chloe. I love her. She's a great singer. She is confident in her singing. And I'm pretty sure over time, once she get a hold of this new superpower of hers, that is her sexuality, she will understand how to use it and wield it well without throwing it in our face like a lot of y'all felt she did. She will learn. She will learn. Anyway, guys, that's my take on it. What y'all think? Tell me about what y'all think about sexuality and confidence. Them together, confidence in your sexuality, whatever. Let me know in the comment section below. And remember, I get you. Peace and love. Don't forget love. Bye.